Welcome back to the podcast. Today, we are going to talk about something that a lot of entrepreneurs overthink or they completely avoid it. And this is creating a business plan. Now, I want to start by saying this. A business plan is not just about impressing investors or making something look good on paper. For those of you who have an idea that you are wanting to launch out into the world, a business plan is something that is going to help you get clear about what your product is, who you serve, and it's going to help you formulate a plan of action around it. Okay. So, your business plan gives you a roadmap. It helps you to get clarity, direction, and focus. And if you don't have a plan, what a lot of entrepreneurs end up doing is wandering aimlessly and hoping that things work out. But if you have a plan, then you have something really solid to guide your decisions and to help keep you on track. So, I'm not going to give you the same advice about mission statements and executive summaries. You can Google that. What I am going to do is help you create a plan that's simple, actionable, and directly tied to the success of your business. All right, so you know what to do. Get your pen and paper out and let's get to it. So, the first thing that you want to do is you want to identify the core tension. And so every successful business is built around solving a tension, an unmet need, an inefficiency, a frustration in the market. I've kind of went into this in my last episode. And so instead of starting with your why or your goals, I want you to start by identifying the tension that your business addresses. And so you want to ask yourself, what is broken or inefficient in the market that I'm entering? What frustrations do people experience that I can solve? What gap exists between what people want and what they have right now? For example, let's say you're creating a fitness app. So the tension isn't just people want to get fit. Maybe it's that they don't have enough time, they're overwhelmed by too much information, or they feel intimidated at the gym. And your job is to identify why the existing solutions don't work for them and how your business bridges that gap. When you understand the core tension, your entire plan becomes focused on solving a real problem instead of just something you're creating because you think people need it. The next thing you want to do is you want to map the path to value. And so once you've identified the tension, it's time to map out the path that your customer will take to solve their problem with your business. So you want to think about it like this. If someone discovers your business today, what steps do they need to take in order to get value from it? This is what we call your customer journey, and it's absolutely critical to your business plan. And so this is how I want you to break it down. So first, discovery. How will they find you? What's the first point of contact? Is it social media? Is it ads? Is it referrals or social search engines? The second thing is engagement. What will make them stick around? Maybe it's valuable content, a free resource, or a trial of your product. The next thing is conversion. What's the tipping point where they say, yes, I absolutely need this? Is it a specific offer? Is it a guarantee or is it something else? And then the next thing is retention. How do you keep them coming back? This is where your plan should include strategies for follow up, community building, or loyalty programs. You want your business plan to clearly outline how you guide people through each step of this journey. All right, so I'm gonna go over that again. You have your discovery, your engagement, your conversion, and your retention. The next step that you want to move on to is prioritizing the metrics that matter. And here is where I see a lot of entrepreneurs getting stuck because they measure everything and focus on nothing. Your business plan needs to include the specific metrics that actually drive your success. And so you want to think of metrics like the dashboard of a car. If you're driving, the fuel gauge and the speedometer are critical. You can't safely drive without them. But the temperature of the engine or the air pressure in your tires, those are good to know, but not urgent. And so for your business, your fuel gauge might be customer acquisition costs. So, how much does it cost to get a new customer? Or customer lifetime value, how much revenue can you expect from each customer? Or your conversion rate, how many people who engage with your business actually buy what it is you're selling. And so you want to pick 3 to 5 key metrics that align with your business model, and you want to focus on them relentlessly. And once you've done that, you want to move on to building for scalability. When you have, or when you are writing down your business plan, you want to think beyond the short term. A lot of entrepreneurs make the mistake of planning for the now without considering how their business will grow. And so, a few questions you want to ask yourself is, how can this business scale without requiring me to work 24/7? Can my processes handle 10x the customers I have now? And what systems or tools do I need to grow sustainably? This is where automation, delegation, and systems come into play. And this is something that I see a lot of people not have in place, especially, and I talked about this in the video where I spoke about the TikTok ban. If you do not have the proper systems in place, when your business, if you're on these social media platforms and they go away for whatever reason, do you have a system in place to stay connected to your audience and to keep the sales coming in? Or are you solely relying on social media to be your bread and butter, to bring you leads? That is not what you want to do. You want to always have a system that you own, that you can automate to help bring in leads and sales. All right. And so your business plan should include how you're going to transition from doing everything yourself to building something that operates efficiently as it grows. Okay. And so the next thing that you want to do is you want to focus on the first 90 days. So let's talk about execution, because your business plan isn't just a vision document, right? It's not something you write it and you look at it and you close the book and you put it away and you never look at it again. The first 90 days of your business are really critical. And so here's what I want you to include in your plan. One big goal. So what's the single most important thing you need to accomplish in the next 90 days? And then I want you to write 3 priorities to get you there. So you want to break that goal into 3 actionable steps. For example, if your goal is to sign 10 clients, your priorities might be creating an irresistible offer, building a lead generation system, and booking 5 discovery calls per week. And then you want to have weekly check-ins. So how will you stay accountable? You want to set a time every week to review what's working, what's not, and what needs to change. And so when you focus on the first 90 days, you begin to turn the plan from just a document into a roadmap that can really help you to drive results and see the success that you desire. And so again, your business plan does not have to be perfect, and it does not have to be super long. It just needs to be clear, it needs to be focused, and it needs to be actionable. So you want to start with the tension you're solving. You want to map out your customer journey, prioritize the metrics that actually matter, build for scalability, and then get laser focused in the first 90 days. If you've been putting off creating a plan because it feels overwhelming, let this be the push you need, or you can reach out to me for help. Okay. Head over to my website, book a call with me, Dean Street. Couldn't even say that right. DeanStreetCreative.com. And let's build something amazing together. Thank you guys for joining me on this podcast episode. I appreciate you listening. Comment below and tell me if this has been helpful for you. Share it with somebody else who is in the process of growing their big idea, and I will see you in the next episode.